Hey Deepak,
Hey,
so a couple of things. So I did send a message, and I used the second messaging that you
okay,
have, and then I got five responses.
okay.
Um, but those were, and then on the Google sheet, I did put what the
Oh, you did?
responses.
Okay, okay. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it. But
But it's mostly absolutely, like this one
oh,
word thing, right?
nice. Look at you. Perfect.
So
Okay. Let me pull it up. Okay, if you don't mind.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna share. I think you can't share. See, so let me just give me a second. Um, how many you sent out? While I'm bringing it up, how many messages? Give me some numbers.
I think let me just about 35,
Okay, perfect.
and yeah, so I think I might just try the other message too. So I had about 68 that had accepted, and I left 20, so a little over 40. I sent a little over
Okay.
40.
So this is your message that you asked.
Let me
Can
go
you see my
back.
screen? Yeah, just see my
No,
screen.
I can't see your. Okay, just keep. Okay, yeah, I can see a screen. Yeah, so that's the message. And then so that's
Is
the
the
second
response?
message too.
Okay, so once again, just to confirm. So this is the message you sent,
Yeah,
and these were all the responses for this message.
exactly. So
Perfect.
that's the. I've only tried one message only,
Perfect.
and then
That's good. And we want to go one at a time, to be honest. I mean, I gave you a couple of options just so that you can see what style you like better. But now I would say if people are talking, I would just stay here till we get somebody on the call and not change at all. Make sense?
yeah,
So, okay. So when say absolutely, this is a perfect time to basically, and I'll send you a message here. But in a nutshell, let me just read again your message. You're saying, okay, well, okay, so this is, oh, so you went with this message, okay, because I did gave you a direct offer as well, which was this, right? Okay, so you wanted to go
yeah.
with,
I just did the second one because
sure,
it's more like a practice for me too, and that
sure.
didn't seem like too. It just seemed
No,
like a.
yeah, so this is direct for you, but something at some point we want to try because this can work well. It may get you a lot of no's, but I think let's build on this what you're getting. So this is good. So you're saying is it stressful? So they're saying yes, yes. So they're talking to you, which is good. And now I think the message we want to send them, and I'll send you specific wording after the call, would be essentially like we want to acknowledge that I hear you, I totally understand something like that. And then you want to tell them, so is this something that you're planning to plan for so that you can choose what you want to do or something like that, right? You just need to ask them that you're feeling the
Sorry, I
fear.
couldn't hear you. You got off like
Okay, can you hear me now?
Deepak. Yeah, I can, but I couldn't hear anything that you just said.
Okay, so yeah, so what we want to do now is we want to acknowledge it, obviously what they said, and then we want to again ask them if they are doing something about dealing with stress and planning, and essentially would be, are they putting a backup plan together so they can make a choice, right? So I'll come up with a simple language, but they said yes, I feel the stress. Some says no, that's fine. But either case, you want to ask them, would you be interested in planning so that you can make the wise choice if the stress goes out of control or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Because then if the answer is saying yes, then you say, okay, one good way to do that would be have your portfolio or things like that, right? So we kind of just lead into the call, and then we ask them if they want to learn more, and they'll say yes, and then we offer them a call. So that's our process to get them on the phone, if that makes sense,
yeah,
right? So you ask a question which is making them speak. Now we further inflict a little bit more pain, saying, okay, so you said you find the stress. Would you want to be in a position to get out of it, right? And who will say no to that, right? Some will, obviously, but most people would say, sure, I'd be interested, right? And at that point, you can say there may be a strategy that may allow us to do that. Would you want to learn more? Question mark. Some says yes, then we offer a meeting.
So what about for something like 4 and 5, like, where they said like, hey, I like chains.
Which one?
So,
Correct. So let me explain again what I said in the training. So the way we ask this question, we just ask the question so they say anything. We really don't care whether it's absolutely or I enjoy it or any of that, right? It doesn't, because see, absolutely means I don't like change. I mean, I'm stressed, right? And I enjoy it means I enjoy the stress. So one is positive, one is negative, right? Technically, if you look at the response, but doesn't matter because our goal was not to get positive and negative. It doesn't mean anything. The next thing that we want, because all you're saying is, would you be interested in being in a position to, you can decide. So you can continue doing this or you can stop. Doesn't matter. So our path to get them on the phone is the same.
you're completely cutting off. Like I think there might be something wrong with the microphone or something. I couldn't hear.
Okay, so let's see. Hold on. Okay, so is it okay now? Because I think it's maybe just my internet is
now.
Yeah, I think there's something with my internet. I think the home is too big probably for this 4 pods. I need to get probably more pods. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now.
So sorry, just let me just summarize. So what I'll do is I'll send, like what I was saying is the question leads to people responding positive or negative, and doesn't matter. What we are going to give them as a response would not change.
Gotcha.
Okay, because our goal is whether you find it stressful or not, our next message essentially would be, would you want to be in a position where you can make a choice to either quit or continue, right? That's really the way, because your offering allows them to make a choice. It's essentially correct, because if they have a performing portfolio, then they can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah,
they can continue working the job that they enjoy. They can change jobs, start their own business, whatever they want, doesn't matter. So these questions are intended to just get a response and have a total stranger start talking. So I think it's fine. I think I like all the responses. Now what we need to do is send the second response and see what happens, right? And how they respond. So I would say one more message, and then would be an offer by saying, would you want to learn more? Question mark, right? So I think if things work out, the fourth message or third message would be an offer, maybe fourth in your case. And that's what we're trying to build. And you should be able to repeat that a lot. So I think the progress we have made so far is you have been able to get people to speak. So first of all, you found people, searched people, the kind of people you want. You have a good connection rate, right? You have a lot of people accepting it, correct?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I think I'm trying to, I've got the numbers somewhere.
Sure.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I think it was 30% plus last time we spoke.
Yeah, and I think it might have just gone down a bit, but
yeah, I think between 20 and 30 is good.
Still pretty good.
Right.
So for example, I have the invited list. I've invited total of 172 plus 68, so like about 240, and 70%, 70 of those accepted it. So 25% roughly.
Let me just do the math. I don't trust my
Over 20.
yeah, I'm just gonna do the math, okay? Yeah, 30%, 29. So that's good. And of that, you send message to 40 people, you said?
So of that, I sent a message to, let me see, message to, I've labeled everything here. So um, I sent message to 37 people.
And how many responded?
5. Those are the actual 5
Perfect.
responses.
So you're getting 13% response, which is pretty good. I think I see typically between 8% is what I'm seeing, roughly 8 to 10. So 13 is still good. And of course, it's limited data, early stage, but everything is in the right direction. So now what we need to do is, till this point of inviting, sending, keep doing exactly what you're doing. Even the first message, you are going to send just the exact same message to people. No change at all whatsoever. Now we are going to work from this point onwards, as I said, and I'll send you an example. Let's do that. And that's the crucial part now. The next two steps is going to be what will lead to meetings. So let's just work on that this week.
Okay, and then so don't change the message at this point, right? Just
keep doing everything. As I said, search, invite, first message, no change whatsoever. Repeat, repeat, repeat.
But then we're not going to do the direct offer, or do you want me
Not
to try
now.
that?
I wouldn't wait. Let's just get one call. I really like to get one call.
Okay.
And let's just focus. Right? We have all the time in our life to do all the other stuff. This one.
Yeah.
But I think maybe there's one meeting sitting right here. We just need to follow up, respond. And weekends are coming. Great time to send them a message, get them to talk.
And the other thing I noticed is that when I did it on weekend, I didn't see as many people that were accepting it. But then when I did it on Monday, on weekday, I saw like more.
Okay. So very good observation, and so I think that's good. So make a note of it, and
that was or maybe the people that I don't.
Correct.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think good observation, and just make a note of it. Keep an eye on it, and if you find that to be the case, then no, don't do anything in weekend. Like don't invite people, right? Or invite people, but they'll accept later anyways. So that's fine, because you kind of lose a day, right, by not inviting 40 people. So I wouldn't worry anything, like I wouldn't be worried about that. I would say keep it simple, invite 40 a day if you can, 30 to 40 a day consistently. They can accept whenever they want, right? Doesn't matter.
So, yeah, no, the thing is that on the other list, the sent and then the people invited, that sort of gets bigger. I mean, that would be another concern, right? I mean, you don't want the one that
no, that's okay. You delete it, you remove them after they get over 1,000.
Oh, it's over 1,000. Okay.
I like to keep 1,000 is the okay limit to keep, but yeah, over 1,000, even 600-700 people, you want to delete people that you invited long time back, and that's it.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is like I'm looking at the people and then see who there are people that come and check your profile after that, and then if they don't connect after like few days, even after checking the profile, it's like, okay, maybe just
no. I would not do that step. You don't need to do that step. Just if they don't accept after, like when you reach 1,000, delete the last 500. Keep it simple.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we don't want to add intelligence in between. No point.
Got it.
Yeah. So right now, I would say once a month cleanup is enough. You just spend like 15 minutes once a month, clean it up. Then just forget about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the key is going to be like, you'll see, Alok, that after like once you do 30 to 40 a day, every day these conversations will start happening. right? And you will need to spend 30, 40 minutes every single day to advance and get meetings. So that's what we need to focus. And everything else is administrative, and do as less as possible, like cleaning up and all that.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yeah, let me send an example type message so you get an idea of what to say, and we can definitely keep an eye. But I see that we should be able to get meetings next week.
Yeah, and there was another person that I found, and apparently we found out that we went to school together. So I kind of changed the message. So I'm actually having other conversation with him, and you know, at some point, probably want to bring that, ask him to.
I would ask him soon, man. Don't waste time. I would just ask him soon.
Then what would be the message for that one? Like, I mean, so I'll probably.
Same message. Hey, are you finding it stressful? Would you want to be in a position to make a choice? If so, I may be able to help. Do you want to learn more? And then tell him what you do.
Gotcha.
It's a really simple pitch, right? And I think it allows people to respond. You're not pitching without them saying, tell me more, right? So that's the difference. You're not selling saying, oh, I do this. No. You start with them and we let them show interest. And when they say, yeah, I'll be interested to learn more, and then tell them what you do. They are a lot more open to listen at that point.
Okay.
Right? That's the problem. So I personally think, yeah, you can have your other chat. Sure. If you're from same school, no problem. But I wouldn't make this like, let's have dinner at our home and kids for like 2 weeks and then talk. No. Like,
no, yeah, it was like,
like, just go like after 10 minutes saying, hey, what about this? And he might say, oh shit, take my money. I can trust you. Right? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and whether they know you or not doesn't matter. They are going to do business with you if they think you can help them. That's a simple thing. So it's your job to see if you can help them by asking this question. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I think we got a few other folks. Is there any question, Alok, before I let you go? And I'll send you the message.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Right. Josh, you there?
I am.
Hello. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. You?
I'm good. I'm good.
Did you see the email I sent you?
Yeah, you sent something to me just before the meeting. Is it a calendar?
Yeah. No, I sent you a question, but I also sent my LinkedIn profile, the one I want to update with. I altered it a little bit for my niche, the business owners. I just wanted to see what you thought of that.
Can you see my screen? I'm looking at it now. Let me quickly take a look at it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I like it.
Gotcha. Because I changed those 4 points a little bit just to try to fit a business owner a little bit better.
Yeah, and now what, Josh, you'll find is when you update this on LinkedIn, you might have some limit issues, and then just update it. Like just change something. You might be running out of space. So just make small adjustment, but your message is correct.
Okay.
And just put your email address or something at the end, like full name and email address as well.
Yeah.
But
okay,
the points are perfect.
Okay. Are you talking about just the spaces in between might make me run out of?
No, like let me show you. Like
characters wise.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so what happens is when you go to your profile, and when you click on this thing and update,
yeah,
This section has
Yeah.
a character limit. I don't know exactly what it is, but you will see. It will show you in red.
Yeah, but I was looking at some of the other Edward Jones people, just on their updated stuff,
Mhm.
and it looks like they kind of use the exact template you gave them.
Yeah, well, if they are student of the program, then they may have done it. But yeah, that's
Yeah, oh, they are fellow algorithm people.
okay.
It looks like they got it all in there.
Okay, they should be fine then. Like I'm just
Okay.
saying, I also have to make minor change sometimes because, but generally should be fine. I don't see a problem because yours look pretty good.
Okay. Okay. And
Um,
then on Calendly,
yep.
I set up my event for my initial phone calls
Mm-hmm.
that they can book.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go into the calendar and set the days, it gives me a time frame. But is there a way to custom? Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, Josh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry, it might be my internet, so bear with me.
Okay.
So can you see my screen?
Yes.
So I'm going to my Calendly account. I'll just show you something. Now I got a ton of meeting here, but let's just,
Yeah.
let me show you one. So you see this, when can people book this event?
Yes.
So if you click on that, you can see the time, and then you see this date range, right?
Uh-huh.
That is like how many days in future they can. I would probably just keep like, few days, like 5 days or 7 days or whatever I say in the training, like, just do 5 to 10 days. Don't keep it open for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, this, when you see availability here, this part,
Yes.
this is where you can set time. So for
Yeah.
example, you can change this, right? You can apply to like the time frame. So that means they can
Yeah.
only book in that time.
Exactly. But will Calendly stack them one after the other if they
So
want to do it
that,
that way? Or
yeah, it does. But well, it's a good problem to have, but let's solve that too. If you go here, actually, no, even I need to change that because I do have people stacking now. So, so I need to.
yeah, because I need about 15 minutes between calls to
Correct.
make
I am
notes.
doing that. Yeah. So let me do that because that option is there. I remember changing that. Customize 20 days. Let's see here. So 20 days rolling average. Um, hours. Okay. Advanced. Let's look into advanced. Oh, you see the advanced?
Yes. Okay.
Availability increments. Select the frequency of available time slot for your invitees. Okay, so this is how long. Event buffer. Okay, this is what you want. There you go. So I have 0 minute. I want 15 minutes.
So the buffer. I see what you say. Okay.
Correct. And you can do before and after, right? So you just do one because then that will be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So before the meeting, you need to have 15 minutes open for them to book. That's what it means.
Okay.
I would just do one.
Yeah, the buffer before should split it
Correct.
like I need to.
I actually need to do it all of them. Okay.
And my other question about Calendly was, is there a way to put my contact information in the invite?
Yeah. So what you do here is you see this, what is this event?
Yes.
So this is the event name, and you can put a brief text here.
Okay.
And then what you do is you see this notification and cancellation policy.
Yeah.
So this is where you can do the emails that you send, right? So for example, you can do text reminder. You should do text and email. And if you see this.
Now I just have the free Calendly, and it wouldn't let me use this part.
Oh, is it? Let me think about it. No, I think you have basic. If you have basic.
It kept telling me to update to do those.
No, let's just see. I thought there's a basic email in. I know text you can't, but emails you can. Let's look at pricing 1 second. If you go to the free event, see it says personalized calendar link. Okay, that's fine. Event notification, right?
Yeah.
So this is let's say. Okay, so forget all this. Okay, we don't need any. Okay, so this automated event notification. So that is what we're trying to do. Automated event
Okay.
notification. like I know the text you can't do, but I think emails, and you can personalize this one as well. So you
I
see,
do. Okay. Well, for some reason it was. You're breaking up on me.
yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
So you see, I think check on this, but this part, you can personalize this email and you can put your phone numbers and everything here.
Okay.
So this is the
Okay, I
email.
see.
This is the email they get right after they book.
Okay.
So you can have your signatures right here.
Gotcha.
I think that you should be able to do. I'm pretty positive, but take a look at it.
I'll try it again.
Yeah, and similarly, you can even put it here if you want. Like this is like they have limited space, so you can put a
Yeah.
lot, but see if you want to put your name and phone number if here as well. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I need my description is basic. I need to update that a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you have a description for first calls, like what we should have in there?
I just will call it like discovery call, introduction call,
Okay.
something like that, right? Or 30 minutes discussion or something like that, right?
Okay.
Just keep it pretty casual as a name, or consultation is fine too. Like
Gotcha.
I call it strategy session for me, like as you see here, all of them.
Yeah.
But mine is still a little bit more direct, right?
Yeah.
So, but shouldn't really matter. Like you can use the default. I think they have the default is whatever they call it. I forgot, but
Okay.
introduction call or something like that is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Perfect. So you are updating your profile and you have business owner niche, right?
Yes, and I plan on starting to send out messages. I've got about 3,500, 4,000 people in my searches saved, and I'm going to start sending out messages next week.
Got it. Perfect. So you create the list of 250 and then start, right? Like the way we do.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, and then once you do that, like Josh, I'll send you this kind of sheet as well that I was showing Alok. Like this is a sheet that will really help you focus on the getting the meeting part quickly.
Yeah.
And then we repeat.
Do we not already have that sheet in this training?
So we have the sheet in the training, but this whole sheet is there, so you can follow that. But the one I'll create. If you need some help, would be if you want me to take a look at what to say when people say something.
Yeah.
And you can just put it in the sheets as opposed to email and all that.
Oh,
right?
okay, I got you.
So I can handhold you for the first 3-4 meetings like this.
Okay.
It's easy, right, for me to, because I'm going in the sheet, looking at it. You can go on the sheet. I can write here exactly what to say. That helps you faster to get meetings.
Okay.
Okay.
That's just going to be on the Google Docs.
Yeah, I'll send it to you separately. This is something I'm doing as an extra thing.
I can't hear you.
But I think it'll help. So I'll send you a note separately.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect. Okay, so that's it, right? I'll go to the next person. Dylan, you there?
Hey, Deepak, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just had a couple of quick things. I want to get my Facebook ads back up and running.
I know. I remember that. I was thinking about that a couple of days back. I said, I need to send him something.
Yeah, because even though I was paying a lot for them, the quality of the leads that I got there was pretty good. So,
did you have meetings?
Yeah, I had a couple of meetings. I should have one closing from it on Tuesday.
Nice.
Which should be a client. So I have the meeting booked to sign paperwork, and then I have a big insurance opportunity. It could be like a $10,000 commission.
Ooh, good for you, man. Happy for you.
So we'll see what happens there. Just supposed to have a call with her today. So anyway, I'm kind of looking at my statistics on all my Facebook ads, and the first set that I did, which was the set that you actually originally had recommended in the training, were to have kind of 2 different copies, 4 images. So I went through it and I found that I had 3 images that worked the best.
Okay.
So I was going to put 2 images with 4 different headlines on the story copy. And then I was going to run on my other copy just 1 image with 2 headlines. So it'd be 6 ads total. Do you think it's better to have the 4 images so it's 8 in total?
So what is the budget we want to keep right now? $15 a day?
Yeah, I'm even open to do 20.
Okay. So if you're doing 20 and we want to get like the lead cost around $15, right? So let's say one lead a day on an average is kind of,
Yeah.
so what I am seeing again, and I've seen it for a long time, that for that one, I would just do one ad set with one interest target and 3 or 4 ads total in one segment. So let me just show you as we speak. Just Facebook ad. Because you want to give some variations, but you already tested some, right? So you don't need to overdo it. So if you see can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is like all my ad sets. I haven't tracked yesterday's data, but so I'm just going to show you yesterday's data. There's some customs. Yeah, so I'm like at $400 a day budget now. So if you see here, yeah, so like, some like this is $20 and I have 4 ads. So this is a good type thing, right? Like you want to have one ad set and 4 ads. 3 also is fine, but I wouldn't do 5. I have done 5. Actually, one of my top performing is 5, but I've run a lot of traffic to this, right? There's like 15, 20 grand on this one gone. It performed.
Okay, so then really there would be no problem just running 6 ads then with 3 different images
I would suggest
and 4 different headlines.
I would suggest restrict it to 4 instead of 6. I would do 4, not 6.
Okay, because that's what I did last time and it didn't work.
No, but keep in mind what's happening is, so remember like our numbers, right? Our CPM should be around $30, right? Which is the cost to reach 1,000 people, right? That's the CPM, and you want not too many options for Facebook because the budget is not that big, $20. So we did that in the beginning to see what works, but I think you have some data from that. So I would just take what has worked and just so here's what you want to do. You want Facebook to show something that has worked to as many people as possible in the budget. So don't give many choices to Facebook. I would do 3 or 4. I wouldn't do 6 for $20. Especially,
really? So I could do the 3 images and just cut it down to 3 different headlines, basically. So just trim out the other variations, is what you're saying?
So I would look. Let's talk about it. So what I would variation is I would use